Yeah, she just has this confidence about her game, about just being in the moment. You never really see her get too rushed or intimidated, which is really cool. And I think a lot of it comes from just her and her upbringing, but also I think we've done a good job as teammates of just encouraging her as much as we can. No matter if she's making shots, missing shots, her presence is felt, and we see that. And so, yeah, I mean, big rebounds, big deflections, running the floor hard, pushing transition, all those things. You're not going to see all of them on the stat sheet, but the plus 18 tells a story, and that's remarkable. And we needed it, and she gave us a spark. Same thing with Tiff came in, gave us a spark right away. So everyone was ready to go, and definitely was a full collective team win.
Callie.
I'll ask you about your night. Obviously, you scored the Aces' first 8 points, and then it was a rough third quarter for everybody. But you came back to hit that go-ahead three-pointer. What's behind a performance like that? How do you keep the morale high and the focus to close the game out?
I think for us, a lot of it's this preparation. I feel like this game in particular, we were all very talkative. Through the good, the bad, the third quarter, all those things, we were still engaged, and there was a belief that we were going to win this game. And I think the belief of, we knew whoever the five were on the court, they were going to execute, the defensive schemes, offensive schemes, and when you have that, you're ready to go to battle. And so, we definitely have to bottle this up. Definitely not the third quarter, but everything else, and, stack games together.
Washington Mark.
Jewell, after the start you've had this season, just how big is this game tonight from a confidence standpoint?
I mean, confidence has always been there. I get annoyed more for missing shots because I know I want to help my team, and making shots allows people to play free and spacing, all those things. But you want to see the ball go through the basket. And like I said, my preparation has been the same. My teammates still believe in me. My coaches, everyone, fans, everyone's encouraging me all the way through. So. Like I said before, we just want to stack games together.
This is for both Jewell and Jackie. Paige out tonight, obviously, and she's been such a constant fixture for the last 3 years. Obviously, you want the best player in the league on the floor anytime you can get, but I guess, is there anything that you guys kind of took from tonight that you thought, okay, if we ever get in a bind later in the season and for whatever reason she might not be on the floor, hey, maybe this combination works, or maybe this thing that we did tonight worked. Was there anything just off top of mind that kind of feels like it was successful and could be without her?
We knew that everyone's going to have to step up without having her. She carries the big load for us every night. It's hard to, you're not going to replace her, but everybody just has to do a little bit more, and I think everybody did that tonight. I think Aaliyah was huge for us tonight. Really everyone. Our bench was great. Jewell was great. You can go down the line, and so it was a full team effort.
Second round.
Jewell, I actually have a defensive question. In that fourth quarter, you had a moment where you get the steal, you come down, you hit 2 free throws, and then you come down and you draw a charge, and everybody's hyping you up. Kind of going back to Mark's question, when things haven't gone your way, have you relied on your defense more than you have previously?
I feel like a lot of times defense is what you can really control, your effort. You have to want to play defense, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. It's I don't want to be a liability out there, right? So I always want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to make stops. And you can't control if shots go in, but you control if you're in the right spots or communicating or supposed to be there for your teammate. And so that's really just always been my mindset. And taking charges. I've had a history of doing that, so it's nothing new. But in that moment, you got to understand you have to be there, and I just wanted to be there for my teammate.
Taylor, before we go to Zoom.
That three with 28 seconds left. Take me through that shot. What did it look like from your point of view?
Honestly, we work on daggers a lot, so I was just trying to get back to the three-point line, and Aaliyah got that rebound, and Chelsea made a good pass, and we don't want to turn down any catch and shoots, and so let it fly.
All right, we'll go to Nikias on Zoom. Nikias, if you can unmute.
Thank you. I had a question for both players. Going back to that charge that you took late, Jewell, felt like Jackie, you obviously had a recap earlier in that possession, kind of passed that drive off to Jewell as she takes the charge there. And it feels like that's something that y'all have kind of sprinkled in throughout the year on some of those drives. How do you kind of balance when to kind of pass off and then switch it on to different drives versus staying connected and fighting through?
I think it's kind of a read a little bit, Yeah, I mean, Jewell kind of made eye contact, so I knew she was going to be there. And then that's whenever you see that player going full speed, and Jewell was there to take the charge. But it's just kind of like this connection we have. It's not necessarily like something that we, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, when you're in the court, you just feel it, you know it.
Yeah.
This is for either of you. The broadcast cameras caught Asia like watching from a box. Did you guys know she was here? Because I saw you did your like pregame handshake with the air. Like, did you know she was watching?
I was just trying to keep the same routine, whether she's there or not, so I didn't want to break the cycle. But yeah.
Yeah, I knew she was up there. Actually, before I did my my little pregame, I pointed up there to her. So yeah, I knew she was up there supporting us.
Want to speak?
Jackie, you've been around this team a long time. Defensively, you guys are still trying to get that complete game going. Is it because there are so many new faces that the connectivity on the floor is not where everyone wants it to be, or are you seeing signs of it here and there that it's coming?
Yeah, I mean, it's coming. You can see it. We haven't been able to put together a full 40 yet, but we're making progress, and so I think if we just, stick to it, trust the process, stay locked in, it'll eventually get there, we work on it every day, and so we know we can score the ball, but at the end of the day, we need to get stops to win games, and whenever we get stops, we're able to play in transition at the pace that we want to play at, and so, yeah, I mean, it's going to come. This is a new roster for us, so it has taken a little bit of time, but each game we're making a little bit more progress.
All right, thank you, players.
Thanks, Blake.